Well, good morning. It's Monday morning. Got my ass up early to go to work. Looking at this mountain of parts I got. Most of the yellow stuff in the middle is well, all of the stuff in the middle is Greg's parts. And there's a little mountain going on. Got let's see, this is like this piece. It's the automatic bed leveling thing. I designed it the other day. It came out really nice. I don't have it bolted on yet, but got my extruder mounted, and boy, it moves nice and easy, and got the bushings fit really good. I think the ABS bushings are going to work nice. But anyway, designed the blocks for the bed. They're just going to be probably epoxied to the wood after I've got a piece of wood that I gotta flatten, and I'm gonna try to use the radial arm saw and just kind of run the board under the blade a little at a time and whack off till it's flat. Hopefully. Never really tried it before. I think it'll work. And I've designed a bunch of different bed blocks. This one is kind of a springy one that an LM8UU bearing will fit in. And also, the ABS bushings. These are a bunch of 8mm ones for Greg's parts. These will fit in. And, oh, yeah. So, those holders will work good for that. And I also designed some 8mm that are like the ABS bushing built onto the block. That's the style that I'm going to go with right now. These are they're all actually, I say 8mm, but they're actually tight. They're like 7. And so they'll get drilled, or I usually use a reamer. Let's see, do I have my, oh, here's an 8mm reamer. And that's how I have a 10mm that I've been using for my parts. And they're nice because I used to use a drill bit, and they're kind of grabby. You can quickly drill plastic and make it oversized to where it's pretty much not a good fit anymore. You've already wore it out, if that makes any sense. But a reamer is really hard to get a hole bigger than this. Like, if I use 8mm reamer, it's very hard to make the hole like 8.1, so it's a good tight fit. So you're able to work at it and oversize the parts just enough where you can sneak up on that perfect fit. So yeah, that's why I use a reamer, but a drill bit does work. It's just you have to be a lot more careful. Not my strong point. So what else? Yeah, Greg's extruder. I made him a hob bolt, and I set out to make the hob bolt for mine. And I've got a special tool that was 3D printed, and I stick it on my lathe, and what I use is 8mm smooth rod. I've got these little chunks that I saved from making my other printers, and I weld a 3/8 nut on it for the gear, and then stick it in my bolt hobber machine on my lathe. And the first one, it took like 5 minutes to make, and I was feeling pretty good about that. Thought, man, I'm the hob bolt master now. Done it enough times that I just kind of, now I'm good at it. So I go, I have to try that again, because I've never had one come out in 5 minutes. So long story short, the one I made for mine took about an hour and a half. I think this is the 4th or 5th attempt to make a second one. Yeah, but anyway, I got 2 of them made, so it was good. One of them was quick. I was feeling pretty proud of myself. But anyway, got the extruder, or the hot end mounted. Not so thrilled about the aluminum hot end that I got off eBay. It was cheap. And part of the problem, see the cartridge, the problem with this, they oversized this hole so that cartridge wouldn't tighten up in there. And it was just flopping around, so I had to take a piece of like aluminum pop can and cut it out and put it in there and squish it in there, and hopefully that'll work. It's tight now, but yeah, I thought that was pretty stupid of them to oversize that hole to where the cartridge wouldn't tighten up. They also changed the on a J-head. Let me see if I have one here. On a J-head, no, I don't have one handy. But on the top of the J-head where it goes in here, there's a thick, it's almost like a washer part designed to the J-head. Well, this one's a lot thinner, so I put the bolts in, and it would just wobble in there, which was stupid, because why they changed the design, everyone uses basically the same mount. Why they figured they had to make it smaller, I don't know. They just did little things like that totally, they screwed it up, so you're always having to modify it. Never had that problem with the PTFE kind of J-head. Yeah, just sucked. But anyway, I got to make my wooden board, the plank that holds the hot plate on there, and that's always the part that gives me the most trouble or the most frustration, because I'm not a woodworker, and I don't know, it's not very easy for me. I have a radial arm saw, and I usually get it done with that, but it's tricky for me. I think that's why my fascination with CNC routers. I just think I could do a lot more woodwork stuff. But anyway, I don't have one, so that's kind of good. Greg will be able to CNC route his bed pretty easy, I think. But I still have some work. I had to glue a board to make it wider, and so right now the glue's drying, and I have to, like I said, I have to surface the board flat after the glue dries, so maybe tonight or tomorrow I'll do that. All the other parts coming along. I think I have only one more part I have to design after I get that wooden plank built. I can measure down how far to get the belt, and I'm gonna make that part that mounts under the wooden board that the belt attaches to. And I think that's the only part I got left. Yeah, quite a few parts I've had to design, but that's okay. Just takes a little time. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Looking good. Looking good. I got it. We're hauling dirt out of a job next to the post office, so I think tonight or today, if I get a little time, I'll dash over there and pick up a box. We're mailing all these parts out, and so I should be able to get them all mailed out today, or well, not today, but get them all stuffed in the box and get that one part made, and I should be able to ship Greg's parts off at least by the end of the week. I'm thinking if I get off my ass and can get that part made pretty quickly and test it out, I think it'll be by the end of the week. It'll be nice. Can't wait to see what he'll do with it, you know, what what he'll make. That's the exciting part for me, is watching what other people, how they modify them, how they're the way they think, their ideas. You know, it's just really cool. But anyway, yeah, kind of nice. I got his extruder made. Came out really quite good. I'm happy with that. It's pretty cool. I wish I had some more LM8UU bearings. I'd send a bunch of those to use for a lot of his parts, because I don't know if he wants to use the plastic bushings like I am. I know it'll work for now, but I don't have any more of those squeaky LM8UU bearings, unfortunately. But okay, well, that's the update. She's coming along. Won't be too long now. Wiring and electronics, and should be off and running. Okay, take care.